Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are fresh off our bye week, and we definitely got to talk about the Steelers, but that will be later in the week. Today, we got a lot of Eagles news and rumors. Let's start with Brian Burns. 2 first-round picks to even have a conversation, and now they say they're not trading him. Is that a big deal? Because Bradley Chubb was just placed on the trade block, 5.5 sacks. Could the Eagles talk to the Broncos and get him cheaper? Plus, running back might be in the Eagles' future too, because we just got reports today that Christian McCaffrey deal, we were involved. We didn't offer much, but we were involved. Now I hear Kareem Hunt is officially on the trade block. Could that lead the Eagles there? We got a lot to get into.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, like I said, we will talk about the Steelers fresh off the bye, but we got to get into the Eagles news and rumors. But if you are excited that Eagles football is back, and if you believe Howie will pull the trigger on something before the trade deadline, we'll do your boy a favor and hit that like button. It's also free and easy, and it helps your boy out. Ding the bell as well. You know we trying to grow notification gang, and check out the link in the description. The Chalkboard app, we chop it up, Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes 24/7, over 325 people in that group. Let's get to the Brian Burns things first, because I was sick over the weekend, so I didn't make no videos really, but I did tweet this. I did think it was weird to be a rebuilding team and thinking about giving up young players. Panthers supposedly turned down 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns. The day before, they say the conversation for Brian Burns starts with 2 first-round picks. Then the next day, they already turned it down. Definitely could be a smokescreen to make sure the conversation starts at 2 first-round picks. But they did come out and say then that we are not trading J.C. Horn, Brian Burns, DJ Moore, and Derek Brown. Anyways, my final thoughts on that is Saints pick is looking better and better. I don't even know if I'll give up the Saints pick alone for it. Maybe you do it right now and hope the Saints get better and it's not that good of a pick, but right now it sits at number 4. Will Anderson might be there because of the quarterbacks that teams are going to want to move up for. So I don't know. That Saints pick could be super valuable. It could even go up. I talked about the Saints schedule. The Bucks, they're not that good anymore. The Browns, the Panthers just beat the Bucks. They got the Ravens, they got the Niners. They got a lot of tough teams. They got the Eagles. They got a lot of tough teams. They could even drop lower. Now, the door has opened up for Bradley Chubb, though. He has been rumored to be on the trade block for the Denver Broncos. Not just him. Talks are that people are calling the Broncos asking about Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, and Bradley Chubb. Why? Because they stink. They just lost to the Jets, who are 5-2. They're not that bad, but Russell Wilson's hurt. They got to figure out his money. Bradley Chubb is a free agent after this year. They're not going to bring him back. After paying Russell Wilson $200 million, Bradley Chubb is not going to be on a to-do list. Let's look what he's done this season. 24 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. On the year, the Eagles could use him if Brian Burns is 100% a done deal that he's staying in Carolina, or that they won't take anything under 2 first-round picks, because I'm not doing it. Will Anderson, with the Saints pick, probably going to have a better career than Brian Burns. He's a great player, and he still has potential to get better. Don't get me wrong. But he's averaged, 9 sacks a year? That's not 2 first-round picks worthy, especially when one is sitting in the top 5. The Eagles' first-round pick is dang near a second. Well, we don't know yet. But if we do what we believe we're going to do and go further in the playoffs, well, then the Eagles' pick is going to be a very late first-round pick. We'll see. We'll see. Now, we talked about getting the guys that are on one-year deals under a contract too. So we got to focus on that as well. But let's look at this. Dov Kleiman of the NFL said, update, the Eagles and the Broncos were also among the teams that were on the Christian McCaffrey trade before he was dealt to the Niners, according to Sports Illustrated. They only offered a third or a fourth, not nearly what San Francisco ended up paying. We already knew that the Bills and the Rams were in it too. Rams are in on every deal for some strange reason. For some strange reason. I don't know how they got money and capital and blah, 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 blah. But the Eagles might not be that serious, but we were trying to test the waters. A third or a fourth round pick, we were trying to see. And the running back situation, I feel comfortable with, but I don't know how Howie Roseman feels, right? Maybe he's trying to duplicate that 2017 season. When you had LeGarrette Blount, you didn't need to go out and get a Jay Ajayi, but it helped. So I don't know. It's funny though that we were in the conversation for Christian McCaffrey, and now boom, somebody that was linked to the Eagles in the offseason is now 100% officially on the trade block because Nick Chubb is a beast over there, and he is a guy, he's a bell cow. Yes, sharing the ball is kind of good, it keeps him fresh, but this man, Kareem Hunt, is a good running back, and Nick Chubb deserves as many touches as possible. So they finally put him 100% on the trading block per Stainbook NFL. And what does that mean? Will Howie at least swing at the option of a Kareem Hunt to go with a guy like Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell to keep that running back by committee 2017 recipe? We were third in rushing the year we won the Super Bowl. Carson was slinging it. Jalen's decently slinging it. You know, he was top 5, then he was 7, and he's still in. Well, we had a bye week now, so he probably dropped out of the top 10, not because he had a bad game, but because he didn't play. Now, when everybody else has their bye week, he'll eventually catch back up, and that will even out. He's going to be in the upper, the top 13, top 12 by the end of the season because we will have more passing games. I know people are looking at that Cowboys game, 155 yards. We did what we needed to do to win, simple and plain. But we still want to run the ball. We still want to run the ball. So let me know your thoughts real quick. Go out there and just give it all up for Brian Burns. Look at a guy like Bradley Chubb, who has 5.5 sacks, two forced fumbles, and 24 tackles. Probably only got to give a third, maybe fourth round pick because the Broncos know that they will not be able to re-sign him. They won't. Now, I don't know what his salary is right now. Probably a little bit because he was drafted in what, 17 or 18? So he's probably on his biggest deal right now. But he's being productive. He's being productive. You can use him many ways too. The rotation, we still never replaced Derek Barnett. Not saying he's a big name, but we wanted him on this roster and we never replaced him. Do the Eagles go out there and get Kareem Hunt? Again, I was for the Kareem Hunt trade depending on what you got to give up. I want my running back room to be as sturdy as possible because sometimes we run the ball hefty amount. In the playoffs, it gets cold, and running teams that play defense always excel. And we got the option to pass the ball because of the kind of guys we got. We can throw it deep. We can throw it short. We got yak guys, Goddard, Smitty, and dang sure A.J. Brown is the yak guy. So the Eagles are definitely putting their hands in all the avenues via the trade deadline, and rightfully so. We got to secure what we're going to do with Jalen, what we're going to do with these one-year deals in Garner Johnson, TJ Edwards, Kaiser White, James Bradbury, even Marcus Epps. However, if this season's continue to go as good as it is, you should always look to be aggressive at the trade deadline. The Eagles have one of the best in the world at figuring the cap out, doing what it needs to be done. So I have no problem with Howie Rosen executing a plan that's going to help us this year and next year. And I believe he's the guy to do it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to have GOAT Talk this week. It's supposed to be today, but I'm going to probably have to push it to a little bit later in the week. We're not going to be doing the All 22 film breakdown right now until we can figure out why we're getting flagged for it. We might break it down by ourselves, but GOAT Talk will be coming back on a weekly basis. Battle Birds podcast, live play-by-plays, live streams, videos. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. We'll be talking about the Steelers for sure, but could the Eagles be in on one of these players? The Burns, the Chubbs, and maybe even Kareem Hunt. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.